What's up, guys? Ron Harris here, and boy, do I feel dumb. I thought the Europa Pro in London, UK was tomorrow. It's not. It was today. Judging wrapped up a couple hours ago. I was out, just got out of the gym. I had to go food shopping, all this crap. So I'm just getting to this now. So my apologies, guys. But it is a pretty interesting contest because this is the last time, the last chance to qualify for the Mr. Olympia. This is the very first call out. You see Enrico Hoffman from Germany on the left, Andrea Presti from Italy, second from the left, Bruno Santos from Brazil, right there in the green trunks, purple trunks, the hometown guy, Lewis Breed from UK. Gentleman in the purple, I was not familiar with. He is Mo. I assume it's from Muhammad, NSUR. Maybe Sword and Sorf, lives in Germany. I'm assuming it's a Middle Eastern gentleman. And all the way on the right, you have Lorenzo Louis from Netherlands. So interesting first call out. We didn't get a couple guys I really expected to be there. I really thought Patrick Moore from the USA in his comeback would be in this first call out. Did not make it. Did not make the cut. Condition. I haven't really taken a good look at him yet, to be honest with you, but he was not in this first call out of the 6. So this is most likely your top 6. Another guy I fully expected to be in that first call out was William Martins from Brazil. Massive guy. Typically when they're not in that first call out, it's a condition issue. So it did come down to a top 3. And you know this because when they have a final call out after all the other guys have been looked at, that's typically 2 guys. Sometimes it's only 2 when the judges are really trying to make up their minds. 2 guys or 3 guys. So this time it came down to 3 guys. So here's they had everybody got a chance to be middle. This was the call out with Bruno Santos in the middle. Bruno looking really good there. Presti looking good too. Now remember, Presti beat him a week ago in Italy at the Italy Pro show. But this is a week later. Different judging panel, and different judging panels might see things a little bit differently. I don't think either one of them is blowing the other one away, which is why they shuffled them around so much. Even Lewis got a chance to be in the middle himself at 1.2. Lewis, just in terms of structure and shape, a little wider in the waist, a little shorter in the torso. Just the proportions, structure, just not as gifted as these 2 guys. That's the only reason I don't see him really in contention. But he's a very strong third place. And you know what? I've been wrong many, many times before. Presti really impressed me with that condition. Look at that. He's never out of shape, this guy. He does lack a little bit in certain areas. The triceps could be bigger. His biceps are proportionally, the biceps are supposed to be 1/3 of the upper arm, and the triceps are supposed to be 2/3. With Andrea, they're kind of equal, 50-50. Massive shoulders on him. Massive shoulders on Presti. Chest as well. Great V-taper. Santos, just a very thick, dense guy. Very well put together. Look at how pumped he is. He is psyched because he knows he's fighting for the win today. And I say today, the finals are already going on for other divisions right now. They ran straight into it. All right, so that was a call out with Bruno in the middle. This was a call out with Presti in the middle. This is actually the first of the sequence in that final call out. Presti, I love that V-taper on him. Again, triceps are a little lacking. Legs, quads could be a little bit bigger. Bruno's got a little bit more quad mass on him. Breed's got massive quads. But again, I think with Lewis, it just comes to, doesn't have that natural, crazy V-taper structurally like these 2 guys, Bruno and Andrea, because they do have wider clavicles and a more narrow hip structure, a narrow waist. But man, all 3 of these guys look fantastic. They're definitely fighting it out. Yeah, we're going to take a look at some of the other guys in a second because, the other Instagram pages, like Bodybuilders Without Borders, they're doing a great job on this right now, coverage. I've also got the stream up on another screen to see what's going on, and they're still on other divisions. I think they're on women's bodybuilding right now. When we have it, we might have the results for this pretty soon, guys. It might happen that quickly. Yeah. So, again, looking at a very, very tight race. Neither one of these guys, Bruno or Andrea, is dominating. You know, like last week I had that title of the video that people got all butthurt about where I said Hunter was crushing it. So neither one of these guys, Andrea or Bruno, is crushing the other. They're both very, very, very close. Different types of physiques, different strong points. Yeah, they both look fantastic. I'm glad I'm not a judge, man. And you guys should be glad you're not judges too, because it's hard. It is hard when these guys are all looking so damn good. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at some of the stuff on Bodybuilders Without Borders. Dan's website, guy named Daniel, does a fantastic job covering. So let's see what he's got. He's got all kinds of stuff up there. So this was some more. This was another look at what we were just looking at. Better video of top 3 by AJ Kelly Robert. AJ's doing some good coverage on his channel right now. They want you to vote for who's got this. You guys can put it up in your comments right now in the live chat. Who do you got winning this? Because I honestly don't know who I would go with. I could go either way and be perfectly happy that I made the right decision, as stupid as that sounds. Presti, again, condition. He's got a little better condition. That side leg looks fantastic. It's the front quads that could use a little bit more. And it's only because he's so wide up top with those monstrously wide shoulders and upper back. The back shots. It's tough, man. It is tough. That's a sideways. I don't like sideways. I want to look at some individuals. I want to see some guys. So this looks like it was that first call out. AJ thought this was the top 2. AJ has this is the top 2. I think Presti and Bruno are the top 2, but you know, I've been wrong before. Yeah, as PJ Braun noted there, Lewis does have that grainy look, that Branch Warren-esque look to the muscularity. Very thick and dense, fibrous. Maybe, yeah, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Lewis could win. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. How is Presti not in this? Someone says. I think it's Callout see who's second and third. Yeah, that could be the case. That could be the case. So this is Moan Soor, who I've never heard of him until today. Perfectly honest with you guys. He looks fantastic, though. So he was probably, based on the callouts I was seeing, I think this guy's a lock for 4th place. I think he's 4th, and I believe it's going to be Lorenzo Louis from Netherlands in 5th. The way they were looking to me in that first call out. But this guy's no joke either. Look at that. Nice structure, shape, plenty of mass. Good separation in those quads, those cross-striations, and the teardrop I like to see. Yeah. These Middle Eastern guys usually bring some serious leg mass and detail. There he's showing you the vacuum from the side. You don't have to be a classic bodybuilder to show a vacuum. This was Patrick Moore in his comeback show. He's been away for a little bit. Remember, he was 10th place at the 2019 Olympia. That was a great season for him. I think he won the Cali Pro that year. Crazy arms. I saw him turn pro 2017 USA Championships in Vegas, the same show Derek Lunsford turned pro at. I do think his legs have come up since then. I still think they need to come up a little bit more, particularly the quads. Again, he's another one of those guys that has really, really wide shoulders. And just the structure is wide with the clavicles, and then he's got a lot of mass on the shoulders and the upper back, makes him very, very wide. Condition looks pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't say this was a bad comeback based on the fact that he was not in that initial call out of 6 guys or in that final call out with 3 guys that were shuffling around, which was Lewis, Andrea, and Bruno. Don't think he's in contention today, but man, he looks great for a comeback kid, man. Yeah, he should do Legion. I'm assuming a lot of these guys will do Legion Sports in Reno, Nevada next week. Here's Andrea Presti, individual posing. Yeah. Presti always brings it, man. Always brings it. Epic. AJ says epic hashtag bodybuilding. Yeah, he's great. He's great, man. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets this win and he gets to the Olympia. He's been in the Olympia a couple times. He's never done top 10 yet, but, you know, and I don't think he's going to this time just because it's just packed. It's so packed. But look at that condition. This guy really, he nails it every time. I've only seen him compete in person a couple times. Like when we did New York Pro a couple years ago. I've seen him at the Olympia. Obviously, he does most of his shows in Europe, and he's someone who does multiple shows a season. Here's Lorenzo. Lorenzo, I don't know how you pronounce it, man. Lue. If anybody wants to help me out, man, help me out with the pronunciation. Lorenzo is a great rookie talent, man. I think he turned pro last year. I think Giles was saying. I think Giles was at one of the shows because Giles does commentary for a lot of these European shows that are the pro shows and a pro qualifier amateur. Look at that condition, man. Glutes are dug out. Yeah. Where is he from? Oh, well, Netherlands. There you go. Because someone said the Lion, and I'm thinking, we got Lion of Lebanon, and I know classic guy Danny Union calls himself the Lion of Babylon. Babylon being Iraq back in the old days. So we got here's Lewis Breed, the brick, and he is built like a brick shithouse, as we say in the U.S. It's a complimentary thing. Yeah, I mean, a lot of shades of Branch Warren. Branch had a little better calves. I think the only thing that really hurts Lewis is just structure. He's got a short torso. He's a shorter guy. It's just a proportion things where he doesn't have a real narrow waist. Someone like a Presti has a real advantage over him being taller and having the natural width to the shoulders and the narrow waist and hips. Just gives him a lot better V taper and an X frame. But Lewis, man, Lewis delivered as always. And of course, he's got some hometown pride here. Shows in London, UK. I'm sure he would love to win this for national pride. Looking great, man. Looking great. It's some more footage of Lewis, some more iPhone footage, which is usually a little more clear looking than what we're looking at in the stream. I'm checking on the stream right now. Looks like what are they on now? They're still doing women's bodybuilding. Okay, so let's go back to what's after Lewis. Marky James, one day out. Okay. That was Matthew Soler. So now we're okay. So let's go to another one. Who is the best bodybuilder? Go to who is the best bodybuilder? Yeah, why not? That's seeing a lot of the same footage, guys. Looks like making the rounds here. That's your top three in no particular order. Bruno Santos, Andrea Presti, Lewis Breed, Patrick Moore. Best version ever. Yeah, I mean, he does look really good. It was just a tougher show. Yeah. Tiny little waist on him. Jeez. Reminds me of like Brian Buchanan back in the day. Yeah, just did not get a really good look today. Didn't get a look with the top guys today, it looks like. Good enough to win? No, obviously he's not good enough to win if that's where they had him. So this was his call out. Well, looks like this was the initial I think just when they first came out. I'm guessing. It's hard to say. Patrick looks awesome, just small compared to the other guys. Oof. What else? Anybody else? No? All right. Okay. I'm going to stop that screen. Bring that back and get some of your questions, comments. What do we got, guys? Okay. So if I straight to show name change, no, I haven't heard that because it's on the schedule for the IFBBpro.com website, which has a schedule. It's listed as UK Pro, but then they call it Europa Pro, which is kind of confusing because we've had Europa Pro shows in places like Spain, Italy. I don't know why it was called Europa Pro. I don't know why they couldn't just call it UK Pro because we had an Arnold UK, but we didn't have a UK Pro. So, yeah, no idea. Smoke Dog says, Presti should have beat Hunter last week. Well, yeah, you guys were pretty harsh on Hunter last week. You didn't like him. A lot of you guys didn't like him. You kept referencing his hernia, which he does have a intergastric hernia, I think it's called. I have the same kind. I should know. Hernia up top, right under his sternum, at the top of his abdominal structure. Thought he looked a little washed out in certain areas. What happened to Patrick Moore? Ahead of the show, he was definitely one of my favorites, but the judges, for whatever reason, did not see it his way. Let's see if I'll find it. Let me find a call out with him for you guys. Let me find a call out with him. First call out. I'm going to show you guys something. Hang on. Okay. All right, so let's go hide this. Share screen. So, okay. So this is not the actual stream. This is a channel that is streaming the live stream. I am not streaming the live stream, so don't get mad at me, whoever. This is not me doing that. So here's a call out. I want to see. That was the first call out. Those 6 guys, and because I did not record a clip to show you the second call out. So who do we got in this one? So there's Morgan Ast from France, the first one out. That looks like Josh Staley from UK, the taller guy with the beard. You see Patrick Moore there on the right. See that? No, is that Patrick? Are they that much taller? Yeah, I guess they are. Geez, because Morgan's 6'3". This guy Josh must be like 6'5". So they put Patrick in the middle. He's in the middle of the second call out. Not a bad place to be. And then you got that William Martin's there on the blue on the right on the screen. Morgan asked. Yeah, Patrick looks good. It's just, again, I think it's the legs that are hurting him. Wow, William's got really high lats from the front. I didn't realize that until just now. Yeah, Patrick looked good. It's just didn't look good enough to impress the judges to be in the top 6 for this. So sorry about that, guys. First call out. I'm gonna leave that up again. Go to back to your comments. Yeah, I don't think anybody had Patrick winning. Looks tiny in the background. I think he does. He's a tall guy. He's like 6'2". Chris, did his legs improve at all? I don't know. If they did, not much. They haven't changed a lot since he turned pro. They've gotten a little bigger. It's just those arms, the shoulders, the upper back, they don't really match. Cheats a line by foot. It's insane. You know what he does, Paul, that's actually he's sabotaging himself is I noticed in these, let me show you. In these call outs with the 3 of them, he takes too long a lot of times to get into the pose. See right there, those guys are already in the pose. He just lost a second getting into the pose, and he does this consistently. He's the last guy to get into the pose, which I don't think is a good idea. Many judges have advised competitors, and again, there he is, last guy in the pose. Don't take too long. Don't take too long. Get right into the damn pose. Yeah. I mean, you want these judges to get a good look at you. If other 2 guys are already into the pose, now their eyes are drawn to them, and you're playing catch up, even if it's a half second or a second. Get right into the damn pose. Don't dawdle, as we say. Don't hesitate. Patrick looks like classic physique. You can see him there in the background. Yeah, I mean, his upper body is very big and full. He's got very round muscle bellies. You can see there the legs, especially now that he's not flexing them at all. He's totally got them relaxed. They need to be bigger. They just need to be bigger. I mean, he needs to be bigger overall, you know, if he wants to conform to the standards of what's winning these shows. He can keep the physique he wants, and his fans, a lot of you guys can think that's the perfect physique. And you're not wrong, because it's all opinion. It's all a matter of preference. But Catherine says he's cheating the line. Well, let's see. Let's see. How far ahead is he? Not too bad. Presti is taking it. Yeah, I think so. I think you should go to Classic. Nah, Patrick's way too heavy for Classic, I think. He probably would have to lose like 20 pounds. He's not going to do that. Presti. HIT like? Presti by a mile. Yeah, well, I would be very happy for Andrea, because this is a guy that he had to pull out of a couple shows earlier in the season over the summer. He got sick. I think it was just like a virus kind of thing. Something where he lost a lot of muscle real fast and just was not feeling good. Go Kulafi, says Presti. Presti is like the wide. Oh, yeah. I mean, when he's just standing there relaxed or his front lat spread, he's so much wider than just everybody. He's got very, very wide clavicles. Can't take the Lewis with the midsection. Yeah, he's got a thick midsection, a short torso. It's a structural thing. If he had a different bone structure, which, being ridiculous here, but if he had a different bone structure, he would look better. His proportions would be better. Actually, should do classic LOL. Jeez, you guys are rough. Poor Patrick, man. He's not that bad. Josh Mealy's taller than Jamie the Giant. Wow. So Jamie's 6'5". Josh must be 6'6" or more. Okay, Arnold interject one. Yeah, I mean, so that would make him the tallest pro. Jamie Giant was the tallest open pro. I think he's retired from bodybuilding for the moment to pursue the Gladiator show. I don't know if it's called British Gladiators or UK Gladiators. It's another gladiator show like the American Gladiators. 6'7". Yikes, that is a tall dude. I was going to check on the stream again. Looks like they're in the confirmation round in the stream. Yeah, it looks like they're confirming everybody. Show you that. I think. Yeah, that's what's going on. Show you that real quick. Yeah, because the night show is happening right now as we speak. So I'm going to hide this and share the screen from. I'm not streaming this. This is another guy. I think he's out of Spain or something, 8A trainer. But, I'm not going to report him. I'm using his footage. But this is live, what we're looking at right now. This is happening right now over in London, which is 5 hours ahead. So it is 7:45 over there, p.m. at nighttime. Yeah. He's got a poll over here, Santos or Presti for the win. I don't want to vote. I don't want to seem too biased. So, yeah, this was the confirmation round. This is the confirmation round. This is live right now. Oh, no, this isn't live. This happened already. What am I saying? And then they're probably going to come back just for the results. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. When was this? Or am I on crack? Or this already happened? Am I on crack? Ugh, damn it, you're on crack again, Ron. Ugh, yeah, because that's not live. This is live. All right, so they're just finishing up women's bodybuilding. All right, guys, excuse my dopiness. Please excuse me. There I go again. Dopey. Yeah. All right, back to comments. Here we go. It's like the only pose who isn't cheating the line. Yeah, cheating the line. Usually the head judge will call people out if they really get upset. But again, I think if he's giving himself any advantage by doing that, he's losing it by being consistently the last guy to get into every pose. Lewis, get into the pose faster. Be the first guy in the pose and the last guy out of the pose. Many, many judges have said that's what you need to do. Presti or Santos. If you're from Brazil, you want Santos to win. Marco, I bet you're from Brazil. Must be seeing this stat for Patrick has almost wasted so many years now. This huge problem needs to be fixed for him. Coach, we need to go much better for open. Yeah, I haven't seen him really change much. He's been a pro he turned pro 7 years ago, 2017 USA. 2019 was his best season. That's where he won Cal Pro, and he got 10th at the Olympia. And I don't think he's, we expected an upward trajectory from there. We expect him to climb the ladder, as we say, and we really haven't seen that happen. Yeah. But there's still time. Jerry says, Patrick has a unique body. His torso is relatively short for the length of his legs. That does hurt, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, you can see him in the background there, how long his legs are. There's some clean background, geez. And this isn't bad. At least it's not like a bunch of video stuff moving around. Tell you, Frank, the only show that did Frank, are you the same? Well, that's Ed Salazar that I work with the mouthpiece company for snoring. The Detroit Pro, early in the season, back in March, or April, they had a plain black background, but they got nobody. Does nobody care about the rules? Yeah. I mean, like, if it was bad, if if he was really far ahead and the head judge, that's their job to call guys out if they're like hitting each other in the elbows. Weinberger's big on that. He hates when they do that. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I know nobody should be going over that line. I mean, they say like Phil was doing that years ago. I can't remember. Morgan asked his opposing coach. Frontal was horrible. I don't know how much it would help. Morgan's got just a not an ideal physique structure for pro bodybuilding. That's why he's never won a show, and I don't think he ever will. And I only say that because he's just at a disadvantage structurally. The height doesn't really hurt him if he had, the proportions are a little bit better. He's got kind of a thick waist. Reed was way ahead of the line. The fix is in. 7:46 p.m. at the moment. UK, mate. Thank you. Presti got the best clear lines for me. Yeah, he looks damn good, man. He looks damn good. Does room to improve. Yeah, Frank. I mean, I hope he's not done, and I don't know if he needs a new coach or what he needs to do. He does need more overall mass. He doesn't have enough size to really hang with the top guys, the first call out guys. I mean, this wasn't the strongest lineup. This wasn't like as tough a lineup as we've seen at a lot of shows this year. So this should have been a first call out show for him. He should have been in that first 5 or 6 guys that got called. It was 6 guys. I don't know if he'll want to do classic, man. I mean, that's up to him. Maybe he will. Phil Chief. Phil Chief. Oh, you guys are rough. What are they up to now? They're still doing women's bodybuilding. I mean, it's not that late. I don't think they're going to wrap this up for a while over there. But let's take a look at what else we got. Got any new stuff on Bodybuilders Without Borders? No. Hasn't posted anything new. Look at Patrick again, man. I want to take a look at him. So, oops. I want to see if I agree that Patrick should go classic. He's got a really nice shape to him. He's a tall guy. I don't think his legs would be considered too small for classic. The classic guys have some great legs. Don't get me wrong. Guys like Bumstead, Urs, great leg development on those two in particular. I'm sure there's some other guys with awesome legs I'm totally forgetting at the moment. Yeah, I mean, if he is, let's say he's 6 foot and he's, I don't know, let's say he's like 250 or 260, he'd have to lose a little bit of muscle mass to come down to the weight. I think he'd probably have to be, I don't think he's as tall as Bumstead. So I guess it would depend on how tall he was and how much muscle he would need to lose because he's already very lean here. Whatever weight he is here, say he's 12 pounds over the limit for classic for his height, he would have to lose pure muscle mass. He can get a little bit leaner than this, maybe a little bit, but a pound, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, not much. He doesn't have much body fat. So he'd probably have to lose muscle mass. And most people don't want to lose muscle mass. He'd have a tough time with the other guys that are at their limit, like Wesley, Bumstead, those guys who are bursting full. I think he'd end up looking flat if he did that. Just my guess. Who's ready for Olympia? Well, I think we're all ready for Olympia. Great, as good as these are, the top 5 at the awards are completely different. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's levels. There's levels to this game, guys. There's levels. I mean, you can go to a show that's, I'm not going to pick on Masters because I'm almost 55. I'll be 55 a week from today. But if you watch a Masters Pro show, most of those guys couldn't get even second call out or third call out at an open pro show. Then you go to the smaller pro shows. The guys in the first call out there wouldn't be in the second call out at some of the bigger pro shows and so on and so on. It gets tougher and tougher. The top tier shows are going to have the toughest competition. The Olympia is always the toughest. Arnold's tough. The other Arnold shows are tough. Arnold UK, New York Pros are usually a tough show. Tampa, Texas. I mean, these are tougher shows. And as you go down the line, they're not all equally difficult. Easier for Patrick to downsize. For classic, would take more time to grow for open. It would be easier to downsize, I think. I mean, you could just cut down on things like whatever gear he might be using, cut the dose, stop the food volume, You know, there's ways to lose muscle. There are ways to do it. Most bodybuilders don't look into ways to lose muscle. It's not what we're about. It would be easier. I think it would be easier to lose muscle mass for him than to gain new muscle mass, because he's had 7 years since he's turned pro, and I haven't seen the improvement overall in size that I was really hoping to see. So, yeah. He also had that Achilles. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, yeah, Patrick, I forgot. He did tear his Achilles tendon, which is the thickest tendon in the human body. It's a very, very tough recovery. I had a brother-in-law. He tore his Achilles. And he was not a lifter or anything, but just walking normally. And he was like, he used to like to play bad pickleball or tennis or something. It was a while before he was normal again. One is Derek. Oh, and you're doing Olympia predictions already. Yeah, that's what we were saying, Frank, years ago. We were saying at the 2019 Olympia that he reminded us of Ronnie when Ronnie was young and natural. I don't know. I'm not saying Patrick's natural, but when Ronnie was natural, that's sort of look he had, because before he started getting much, much bigger. He looked a lot like Patrick, better legs. He had better quads. Patrick's got some great arms too, though. So that was the standout things on Ronnie back then were his arms, quads, just overall shape, structure. You could see Ronnie had the potential back around, let's say like his early pro years, 92, 93 were his first 2 pro seasons. Like 92, he did the Olympia because he had won the world championships the year before. So he had an automatic invitation to it. He didn't qualify for it at a pro show or anything like that. His first Olympia, Helsinki, Finland, and didn't get a look. I believe he was last place. Kevin Henry, Presti for the win. I'd like to see Breed in second because his condition is impressive. Santos has a better structure. Yeah, I believe it's going to be exactly the way we're looking at here. Presti, Santos, Breed. I think that's going to be your top 3 in that order. Derek is a line cheater every show. You're talking about Derek Lunsford? That's Derek, just so you know, if you want to talk about him. Spell his name right. Santos reminds me of Luke. I don't think I see that comparison, really. Talking about Luke Sando. I don't know. Nah, I don't really see it. I see more of Branch Warren in him, not just the bald head, just the way that physique is put together. Patrick has such good line shape, condition isn't great. C-Bum would beat him easily. Great potential team around. I mean, C-Bum beats most people easily. C-Bum is just dominant. Part of your foot touching the line. Paul, you are hung up on this crossing the line thing. That's fine. We all have our pet peeves. For me, I don't really care so much about the line cheating, but there's not too much they can do to cheat on stage as far as I'm concerned. It's too much to ask. I think Martin will be the dark horse. His conditioning is on point. I think he possibly 5 or 6. Talk about Martin Fitzwater. Yeah, we're going to be talking a lot more about the Olympia soon, guys, obviously. Because now after today, we're going to know everyone who's qualified. I'm just checking on the live right now. See what's going on. Looks like they just wrapped up fitness routines. I don't know. I see. They're on break time. Oh boy. And the fitness competitors are practicing their routines. So it's going to be a while before the open finals, open men. I'll put the whole top 5 again on. Nope, wrong one. This one. And back to your comments. Andre should win. Cleanest lines of the bunch. But Patrick was improving the upper body. I think he's going to struggle to really make an impact on the men's open. Oh, Andrea. You said Andrea. I was like, Andre sounds like some Russian dude. Who's that? Yeah, I think Andrea's Presti's going to win. Presti's impressive. Nice one. Great live. Kudos to Ron. Thank you, John. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Brett has been looking good lately, too. Yeah, Brett is one of the favorites for this Legion Sports. Happen next week. I haven't seen, obviously, the list isn't out for Legion, so I'm not sure who else is doing Legion. That will be the first chance to qualify for the 2025 Olympia. So, yes, you can qualify for the 2025 Olympia. You usually have a couple shows right before the Olympia that are too late to qualify for that year's Olympia, but they'll instantly. So if Brett or whoever, they can win this, and then they have over a year before they have to be on stage again. Oh, my leg's doing great. Appreciate it. Yeah, my leg's doing great. I appreciate the. Do I need to show you a picture? What kind of a knucklehead like that. I would do that. I'll just show you what it's looking like because I just trained legs today. Because, we're not that busy right now with the show stuff. I can present. Oh, I have to stop this first. I just want to show you. I'll go right back to the contest, guys. I promise. What am I showing here? Loop, stop screen. Yeah, I'm just going to go to show you what because I tore my quad August 31st of 2023. And surgery was September 4th. And that's what the legs are looking like now. Filtered to hell, these pictures. But yeah, so I got pretty much all the size back. So I'm pretty happy about that. Yeah. Good times. Good times, guys. Back to the contest. Back to the show. Back to the show, guys. Bruno in the middle. All right. Actually, still have time. How old is he? It's a good question. Patrick Moore, bodybuilder. Let's see what Google has to say. Patrick Moore, bodybuilder, age. According to this, he was born March 18th, 84, which would make him 40. So, 40 isn't what it used to be. Generation Iron has him born in 87, which would make him 37. It's hard to say. So we now have several ages for Patrick Moore. Yeah, I don't know. He was not born in 1954. Oh boy. So he could be 37. He could be 40. I don't know. He's getting up there, and he does need to make this happen soon. Hottie wants to take Derek down. Oh, 100%. Hottie wants to crush everybody and get his title back. He's training with a vengeance, and Derek is looking crazy right now. Whereas Brett is training for the Legion Sports, which is a week away. Yeah, No, I'm sorry, 2 weeks away. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So Legion Sports is the 28th. It's 2 weeks from today. So Brett Wilkins will be on that stage, but he's not qualified for this Olympia. That win, if he wins Legion, it would qualify him for the 2025 Olympia. Hunter should have lost the Elite Pro Bodybuilding's rigged. I bet if Presti wins today, which I believe he will, I think a lot of Brazilian fans are going to say he was robbed. Bruno should have won. Sports corrupt. It's rigged. It's politics. So, no one's ever happy. Should collab more with Big Mike Cox. Guys, a great combo. Yeah, Brian, I love working with Mike. Good friend of mine. We have a great rapport. We've both been around a very long time. Huge fans of the sport. We're both very passionate about it. We follow especially Open very closely. 212 and Classic to an extent, but Open is that's our main jam. Yeah, I definitely want to work more with Mike, get him involved more. Patrick has a pretty sweet between his Bible word size and shape. Well, Patrick has a similar kind of physique to Andrew Jack. Andrew's just a bigger version of that type of physique. So, if you put another 30 pounds of muscle on Patrick, you'd have basically Andrew jacked. Damn, I look good. Oh, that was my grainy ass picture. Thank you. Thank you, Paul. Appreciate that. I'm very light now. I'm down to I can be as light as 210, 211 now if I miss a meal or late for a meal or just take a big dump. But you know what? I feel good. I'm on true TRT doses as far as I'm concerned. Some people would say no. 240 test a week, 100 milligrams DECA. Right now, 2 IU ipamorelin because I ran out of GH. I'll be running out of the ipamorelin in a couple of weeks, and then I guess I'll just be on the testing the DECA. I remember Patrick's just returning after. Well, he's not just returning. I think that was a couple of years ago, Samson. It was a while ago. Tore my hamstrings a couple of years ago. Somewhere else, tore my right back. Feels best for Poland. Thank you, man. Poland. It's where my mother's father came from, Warsaw. And she was from Ukraine. That's right, Ukraine. Where we've given, I don't know, trillions and trillions of dollars. No, it's like 180 billion. Patrick is 2 years younger than me. He's 37. Okay. Maxine was training with Hunter Lebrad at one point. So yeah, I thank you for clearing that up. So he's not that old. 37 is not that old. I mean, Ronnie Coleman was still winning Olympias at 37. We had some guys like, Chris Dickerson was over, I think he was 40 or over 40 when he won the Olympia. Sean Roden was like 42 or 43 when he won. Whatever happened to Good Vito? Qualified early and disappeared. Did he qualify? Did Vito win a show? I don't think he won, guys. No, I mean, Tonio beat him. He lost in Brazil to Rafael Antonio. Tonio beat him in Liga. I don't think Vito's qualified, Brian. Actually, I can tell you right now who's qualified. So if you go to ifbbpro.com, Olympia qualified athletes. Here's a good way to look. So you go to ifbbpro.com, Olympia qualified athletes. I'm going to get rid of this. You want to take a look at everyone who's qualified for Olympia right now? Let's take a look, guys, shall we? Because I don't think Vito is. I don't think he is. All right, so we have Derek, obviously, Hadi Sampson, Theo Laguerre, Rafael Brandel, Martin Fitzwater, Nick Walker, Tonio Burton, Akim Williams, Brandon Curry, William Bonac, Behruz Tabani, Nathan Daasha, John Jewett, Mohamed Foda, John De La Rosa, Chinedo Obika, that's Andrew Jack, and Hunter Labrada. He's not qualified, Vito. He's not qualified. Sorry, Charlie. What else we got? Beat a strange chest with a split in the middle. Yikes. He lost to Martin in Detroit. Yeah, he lost to Martin in Detroit. No, it's okay. Brian, you know me. I make mistakes all the time. I said last week, and I got roasted here. I said that Hunter had never beat Nick Walker, and immediately, because my brain was fried. I was like thinking, trying to think in 4 different directions at the same time, and totally slipped my mind at that Olympia a couple of years back when Hunter got 4th and Nick got 5th. And some people were so disgusted with my grave error there, they turned off my video at that point. They're like, F this guy, he doesn't know shit. Good Vito is one of my favorite physiques. Badass physique's going to be Rookie of the Year in 2020 for sure. What's Vito up to? Good Vito. What is Good Vito up to? No, I don't want to look at that. I assume he's back in an off season. Good Vito. We're all over the place. Well, let's take a look at Good Vito. It's Vitaly Ogolnikov is his real name. Originally from Ukraine or Russia? Help me out, guys. He's in Brazil now. That's all you need to know. Look at that. Yeah, he looked great. That was earlier in the season, obviously. It says 19 weeks ago. Yeah. Speaks great Portuguese now. Oh, he's got Portuguese on the top in the post of the caption and Russian in the bottom. Look at that. Never used a vacuum in this position before. Yeah, Vito looks great. This is a more recent shot. He's definitely back in his off season. There he is with his wife and baby. He's married to a lovely Brazilian woman. Doing some reps with the baby. Yeah, Vito's a big dude, man. Big kid. I say kid because I know he's still in his late 20s. So he's still growing and improving. He's shopping. He's feeding his baby. Here's with his coach, I guess. Not really sure. Not sure who that is. Sorry, guys. Then someone's going to get mad. That's not his coach. Don't you know who his coach is? I don't know who his coach is. Is that his car? I don't know. I'd like to thank Rita and her team for quality job on my car. Yeah, that's his car. What is that? Is that like a Lambo SUV? I'm not even sure what that is. I don't know. It's hard to say. Stop screen. Go back to that. Shit about Ron Harris. He was talking shit about me in Portuguese and Russian. Russia, thank you. I know Russian people would get mad if someone's from Russia and I said Ukraine and vice versa. Because they're at war. So yeah, they don't want anyone taking credit for being from the other place. I don't think Hunter's issues lower abdomen. It's his upper abdomen is where that hernia is. Torn pec, weird bump. Oh, that's the weird bump, the hernia. I don't see him crack top 6. Top 6 is going to be tough. It's a tough. We saw that list, guys. That was a stacked list. Pounding Sushi Weekly. That's Vito, yeah. That's his trainer, Fabrizio Pachuluk. So he's got sort of like an Italian or Brazilian first name, and then the last name sounds, I don't know, Pachuluk, some sort of Eastern European name. Cito does his diet. Yeah, I think I knew that. Hunter should really look into switching to a higher level coach. Him and Ben can nail it. Yeah, Ben Chow gets a lot of crap because he's not a big name coach, famous coach like some of the coaches. You know, his name's not up there yet with like a Jansen or a Hani Rambod or Chris Aceto, George Farah. Who else we got? There's Milos. There's a pantheon of really good top coaches. And Ben, I think he does a good job with Hunter, but I don't know how much better Hunter would look with a different coach. I don't know if, like the hernia, he needs surgery on that. There's nothing a coach can do. He needs to get that surgically repaired. I know because I have the same exact one. You want to see it? Look at that alien thing. There it is. Where is it? See it? There it is. There's my hernia. Oof. Yeah. It's like another ab. Dude, my midsection is so thick. It is huge. I will check on the stream again to see what they're doing. Oh, they're still on break. So it's break time. I think I will just come back with results later, guys. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Among what your maximum beach press. I'm sure you meant bench press. I have not bench pressed in many years. I need this shoulder replaced. It's a very painful exercise for me. The most I ever did with no spotter helping, like no fingers on the bar, was like 365 for one, which is nothing special. Dumbbells, I was actually much stronger. I could get 150s on the flat. I could get 150s on the incline for like 6 to 8 reps. I think I tried 160s on the flat once, but somebody was helping me. I did 405 for like 8 reps on the bench once, but I don't know. They were definitely helping me, so I'm not going to take credit for it. It happened, but their hands were on the bar the whole time. They were helping me on every damn rep. Yeah, never been a great bench presser, but I always had a great chest. I still have a pretty good chest for an old man. What did happen to class physique competitor Lord Byron Jones? Yeah, that's a good question. He was fantastic. He likes some of my pictures. I like his pictures. He's still around. Take a look at him. Lord Jones. I mean, I thought this guy was on a fast track to do very well at the Olympia. Take a look at him real quick. He is one of the better classic guys. He's been MIA for a little bit. But look at that. I don't know if he's getting too big and heavy. He's definitely enormous he looks enormous. I think he's got small bones and joints, so he doesn't weigh as much as you think he does. But this was this is over a year ago, that post. He's got it pinned. That's an old post. That was at least 6 months ago. 22 weeks, 67 weeks. Look at those delts. So this was like a year and a half ago, or over a year anyway. He looked fantastic. Look at that. That was 254 pounds. I don't know if he was outgrowing classic, and maybe I don't know if he's trying to taking this long break to grow into open. That's a possibility. I mean, he's certainly got the shape and the structure for it. Just needs, I would say, like, geez, maybe arms are right there. He doesn't need a whole lot more mass. No. A little bit more in the legs. It's pretty damn big. Pretty damn great. Yeah. Look how strong. Look at that. How many plates is that? 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's 10 plates. 9 or 10. Good Lord. And is this guy helping? Nope. No, spotter's not really doing anything. He's just there for moral support. That's a strong hack squat right there, guys. Woof. It's the same set. I don't know. Press Cluedo. It's a drop set. Oh, now he gets shit for doing partial reps here. Yeah. You know who does even worse range of motion is El Campeón. El Campeón. 5:35. These are all old shots. He hasn't posted anything new. Yeah, I don't know, man. This guy is fantastic. Fantastic shape, structure. Look at those arms. Look at that V-taper. Tiny waist. Lord Jones. Byron Jones. Goes by Lord Jones. Yeah, I don't know what his plans are, but still has all the goods, man. He still has all the goods. It looks so good the day before a contest on stage. Will change. Was with protruding bump on the chest. That's a hernia. I just showed mine. It's an intergastric hernia. So it's higher up. It's not like around the belly button, like an umbilical hernia. It's not lower, like below the belly button. They have different names for different types of hernias. He needs to get that fixed. Josh Holtz, I think Derek Hottie, Sampson, Nick Andrew will be your 10 in the top 5. Not starting on that order. Yeah, that's a pretty safe bet that in no particular order, that's your top 5. If you put some money down on that, I don't think your money would be rare to see a man take your clothes off on stream. No, I bet on OnlyFans it happens all the time. Love you back, man. You're a good dude, Paul. Best thing before phones, having older MD in the bathroom, reading every article over and over. I still have my magazines in the bathroom. I mean, it's pretty, I guess it's pretty gross that we're on, unless you're like washing your hands before or after. You're taking a dump and you've got your phone in your hands, all those germs. But who doesn't look at their phones when they're on the toilet these days? I bet most people are on their phone while they're taking a dump these days. Like Ron Hatch, basically fucking idiot, man. Yeah, anyone who doesn't like me, they must be a jerk. Way back to the lumberjack. How far back do I go? Ooh. I'll show you how far back I go. If I could show you my old school album. Since we got nothing going on here with the show. Old school. Yeah. Here we go. How far back does Ron Harris go? Well, I'll tell you. I'll just do this real quick, guys. I promise. This is my old school album. That's right after graduating high school. I was 5'8", about 130 pounds. That was that fall. Just turned 18. 18 here. I think I was 20 here. 20. Second year of competing, I was 20 years old. 1990, I turned 21 a couple months after this. That was 95. I was 25 here. 2002, I'm 32. Same show, different crappy hair. 32 years old. Yeah. Blonde. Lee Haney, 1991. Good times, man. Got my T. Michael, got my fanny pack, got my baggy Bugle Boy jeans. It's probably a Swatch watch. It's me and Janet in 1993 at the Firehouse in Venice after judging for a show. 95, 99, 2002. First show on gear, 1997, Muscle Beach. 27 years old. Had just started gear 8 months before this. Yeah, like 8 months before this. 32. Oh, me and Janet. Oh. Ferrigno, 1992. The year he made his comeback at the Olympia. This was shortly before that. Me and Marisa, my daughter. Muscle Beach. I'm just trying to. I don't have too many pictures with celebrities in this one, I guess. I was hoping I would have more. Oh, well. Oh, there's one. It's Flex Wheeler in 1996 after he just won the Ironman for the third time. There's my daughter, Marisa, who's now 30 years old. She's a baby here. That's how time has flown. Oh, boy. I was in the catalog back in the day. Me and Janet. 18 again. 25. 32. Ooh, 18 there. 25 years old, natty. The best I ever looked natty. I was 100% natural here, never touched anything. I just started using creatine, phosphagen from EAS. That was first show on gear. Yeah, for those who think I always had big legs, no, did not. I'm 18 here, almost 19. I just started training legs. I had 4 or 5 years of skipping leg day. Good time. Ronnie back in April 2002. 97. That's late Bob Bonham from Ironman Magazine. Oof, look at little tubby boy I was there. Little chubster. Age 25, 23 there. Natural Los Angeles, Mr. Los Angeles. There's that catalog again. That's me with on the left there. Is it all showing? Yeah, it is. Good times. Good times. Look at that bulk I used to do. Oof. All right, that's enough of that. Oh, Lord. He says he's going open. Oh, if we're talking about Lord Byron, I think that's a great move for him because it looked like his body wanted to grow. It looked like he was getting bigger and bigger and would probably have to lose muscle to make weight for Classic. So thank you, Dane. I think he'll do very well in open, actually. I think he's got a great shape to him. Beautiful structure and shape. I'm very anxious to see. She said he's going open. Yeah. So Lord Jones, now we know. We need the mags back, get rid of phones. Well, we need a time machine for that. We needed a time machine, man. Once these phones, the genie was out of the bottle. Once we had all this technology, we're not going back. Used to be person at the grocery store with mags, mostly ads, but it was all good. Well, you know what? I mean, when they were all ads, that means they were making a lot of money. I mean, I don't know all the intricacies of why the magazines went out of business, but it became harder and harder to sell advertising. I know with MD, they were having a lot more trouble selling the print ads in the last few years of MD than they were in the heyday when the magazine was like 400 plus pages and it was half ads. Those ads were going for like $5,000 to $10,000 a page. We were bringing in so much money from the ad revenue. Social media came along. So say you're a Muscle Tech, a company that you say that's who we had. We had a lot of Muscle Tech ads, a lot of Gaspari ads, a lot of whatever. If you're a company and you're spending $100,000, $200,000 a month on print ads to reach X amount of people, and then social media comes along, you can give some influencer bodybuilder guy who's got 1 million followers, pay him a little bit, pay him like, I don't know, $2,000 or $3,000 a month, give him free product, give him a discount code, and he has the same reach, and you're spending a fraction of the money to reach the same amount of people with your advertising and marketing. Of course you're going to do it. So yeah, I don't see magazines coming back just for that reason. 500 magazines. I have, I have bins and bins. I have those storage bins are like this big, the buckets. I have probably 20 of those packed with magazines going back 30 plus years. It's too much. Wow. Or is it whoa? Jacked, Ryan, still jacked. Well, those are a bunch of old pictures I was just showing, Catherine, but thank you. Go back to the one with flex. Oh. Okay. That was an old one. That was a very old one. Old school. Yeah, because he had hair. Where was he? Where was that one? Okay, let's go. Present. Screen. Yeah, so that was 1996. How many years ago was that? 28 years ago. I should know because Marissa's 30 now and she was 2 there. I used to wear the denim shirts. I mean, we're going back. I was probably a little out of fashion even then, so don't go by that. But yeah, look at Flex. Look how young he looks there. He didn't shave his head till I think the year after that. 2 years was the first time he started shaving his head after this. First few years as a pro and his entire amateur year, he kept his hair. I actually thought he looked better with the hair, but that's obviously personal preference thing. Yeah. Good times. How tall was Flex? Good question. I mean, I was 5'8", a little shorter now. He was probably about between 5'9" and 5'10". I'd say. I bet he was about 5'9.5". I bet he was. He wasn't that much taller than me, but he was definitely taller. Muscle Mag, yeah, Melvin. I wrote a lot for Muscle Mag. God bless the late Robert Kennedy. He gave me a lot of work, particularly late 90s is when he gave me a ton of work, and I really needed it because I went from my full-time job as an associate producer with ESPN American Muscle. I was working in TV production. Either quit or got fired. That's still not really clear what happened there. and I had to become a personal trainer for a couple of years, even though I wanted to write, but I wasn't making enough money writing. Bob Kennedy gave me so many assignments for Muscle Mag, and he had like a men's fitness magazine too. With that amount of work, I was able to finally, and with Ironman, Ironman always was good to me too. I didn't get as much work from them, but Bob gave me a lot of features. It was basically Bob and Muscle Mag and Ironman that allowed me to do it full time, so I didn't have to be a trainer anymore. I quit training people late October of 2000 and never went back to it. I only did it for I did it for almost 2 years. Richard Jones, of course. Rich Jones is from Boston area, of course. He won the USA. A lot of people thought he reminded them of Sean Ray. He ended up becoming a police officer. Bruno, I still wear denim shirts, bro. That's okay. What are they doing now over there? They just did fitness, or is that bodybuilding awards, it looks like. Sometimes I can't tell the difference. They're that, I think, is that women's physique? I don't even know what that is. Really not sure. See reaction. Hundreds of magazines for every company go back. Yeah, my wife didn't make me get rid of them, but we had to open up. We had to rent a storage facility, one of those big, like a storage unit, because it was taking up like our entire basement crawl space. We have the heater in there when you have some other things stored, but it was getting to be too much. Ironman had a magazine for 70 years more. Ironman started in the 1930s, and they didn't stop printing until maybe like 5 years ago. They went away. I think it was like 5 or 6 years ago. But I wrote for Ironman from 1992 all the way up until around 2017 or 18. Yeah. Greg Ulyss, what's up, man? Presti's very good, and Patrick Moore is improving it all. Yeah. Reflex, man. I have to do the next big thing. Well, there's been a lot of people that could have been the next big thing. Richard Jones definitely had all the physical tools. I just don't know if his heart was in it, if that's what he really wanted to do with his life, was get bigger and bigger and, go after the Olympia title. He was a great guy. I never heard a bad thing about Bob. I mean, he's one of those guys. Everybody loved him. He was just a fan of the sport, passionate, creative. He'd been a very talented artist. He was a very talented artist, like drawing and painting. Him and Johnny Fitness, they met in art school, I think. He was just a really cool guy. He did sponsor a lot of shows. Just his magazine was just so different, so much more fun than a lot of the other magazines. I loved his magazine. Bruno Santos, when we died, I said, "Nah, watch my hair." No, rest in peace, Bob. I felt bad because the last, I think, 10 or 15 years of his life, he had a son that had been paralyzed, Braden, in a car accident that Robert was driving. He was the driver, and I think he felt guilt over that. And just, my heart goes out to him, because as a dad, any of you who are dads, can you imagine having a son who's, I don't know if he was just paralyzed or if he was also sort of like in a vegetative state. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm going to put the contest back up so you don't have to keep looking at me. Yeah, let's go. Let's keep that up. Keep that up for now. They got time. The finals are on UK time. The finals are on. The finals are on right now. They just wrapped up. So now they're doing fitness routines. So, yeah, the finals are happening right now, but I don't know when they're going to get to open men. Edgar Fletcher, Dorian. It was hard to turn pro back then. There were guys. I did some videos on this channel a few months ago on the best guys who never turned pro. Guys like Matt Mendenhall, Edgar Fletcher, John Aranita was really good. Rory Liedelmeyer was really good. There were some guys. It was tough. I mean, I was looking at Craig Titus's contest history. This came up because I did an interview earlier in the week with the gentleman, Brock Uritz, the actor who played him in the movie Fit for Murder. It's on Tubi right now. And I was looking at Craig's contest history. He took second several times at USA and Nationals before he finally won the USA overall and turned pro. And back in those days, you had to get first place. At the USA, you had to not only get first place for many years, you had to win the overall. One man, like when Flex Wheeler won the USA in 1992, yeah, he was the only guy that turned pro that night. The only guy in the whole. Two people left that contest that night as pros. the men's open bodybuilding overall winner and the women's bodybuilding overall winner. There were no other divisions, no other weight classes turned pro. It was just very hard. And guys like Edgar were fantastic, but there weren't many pro cards to be had back then. I had a cool store in Toronto. Yeah, they had a Muscle Mag retail store. I think it was near the airport in Mississauga, Ontario. I think. I never went there. Okay, Titus, bro, yeah. Funny things about magazines, the ad test, believe we get shred abs like Ahmed or Jack Lee Priest, Muscle Brock. No, you still have guys on Instagram saying, do my ab routine, give me $10 for my ab routine, or girls with like butt implants saying, buy my booty builder routine, you'll have a butt like mine. Yeah, ain't gonna happen. Or like that series did a reviewing post contest show, the Olympia and the Arnold. Past contest shows. Yeah, I still do those. I have a bunch of them Goku up on this channel now. Every once in a while when nothing else is going on, I go back to that and do one of those, because if there's shows going, like I said this at the beginning of this live over an hour ago, I thought this was tomorrow. I thought the finals for the show were tomorrow. So that's how out of it I am. So met Craig. Oh, met Craig. I knew Craig very well. Are you kidding me? Paul, I knew Craig from 1991 when my boss flew him out. I told you, I worked at that American Muscle TV show. And Lou Zwick, the producer of the show, we covered a lot of contests, especially we'd cover all the local shows in Southern California, like the LA Championships, the Cal, that's a state show. What he would do is bring in talent ringers, guys from around the country, sometimes from outside the country to these shows to win. He brought Craig to the 91 Ironman. Craig won the heavyweight and overall at 202 pounds. And this is back before there were super heavyweights. So there were guys he was up against who were like 230, 250. He beat them all. So I knew Craig very well. We weren't buddies or anything, but I knew Craig. I used to go to his after parties. He threatened to beat me with a baseball bat one time earlier on when he was convicted of selling ecstasy through the mail, and he ended up going to federal prison for that. He got parole for that and violated the parole. They drug tested him, and he came up positive for steroids. He was supposed to be off steroids. Anyway, long story. Yeah, I knew Craig. In fact, Craig, I went to several of his after parties that him and Kelly Ryan threw. Had a great time. Did a lot of drugs. I'm talking about. Last I saw Craig was the last party they ever threw after the Olympia in 2005. And he was downsized. He was smoking cigarettes. He was denim jacket, jeans, and he was probably about 30 pounds down from what I remembered him. And him and Kelly looked like they were definitely into recreational drugs, which he was. And then they murdered their assistant a couple months later. And a couple weeks after the murder, they got caught right over here in my hometown, right where I'm speaking to you from, Stoughton, Mass. They got caught at a place called Touch Nails in the Shaw's Supermarket Plaza, a little strip mall. Kelly was getting her toes done, and the feds busted her right here, a mile away from my house. So yeah, anyway, Celtec had a ton of sugar. Oh, dude, it was all sugar. It was a lot of sugar. Bruno Santos, the best. So you want to see what's going on with the show? Let's take this off. What is happening with the show, guys? If you're wondering, where are they at? I'm not going to keep this on the whole time. They're still doing fitness. That was, I don't know. Yeah. This is not me, guys. This is Entrenador. I'm not hijacking the stream. It's Entrenador. He's doing it. But I get a lot of footage from him, so I'm not gonna put him on blast. Yeah. He had the whole thing up. He had the whole show up. He has every pro show up. He doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, good times. Yeah, guys. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Maybe do a. Kelly was paroled a while ago, 7 years ago. I think she was paroled in 2017. Kelly's been out for a long time. Craig's still in. Yeah, Kelly has had nothing to do with this industry, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her one bit. Yeah. After everything that went down, yeah, fuck this. Yeah, I agree, Paul. I'm going to get out of here. So I'll maybe do a little quick wrap-up video later just to show you who won. I'm assuming it's Presti. Could be Santos. I think Presti's got this in the bag. Drop a comment, guys, if you're not watching this live, who you think has the win. Stim pre-workout run and pump pre-workout. For pump, right now I'm not with any company. I still have leftover stuff from Muscle Tech. I have a bunch of their Shatter still left, a bunch of the Euphoric. I like the Euphoric because of the cognitive ability stuff, the nootropics. But I haven't found any pre-workout that's way better. For pump, I use 5 milligrams of Cialis every day for better sex, for better pumps, for everything, for better blood flow. It's got cardiovascular benefits. Microdosing, 5 milligrams of Cialis a day, every day. Can't go wrong. You'll have crazy pumps in the gym. Your junk will work very well when you want it to. It's good stuff. Kelly Ryan, do I miss the stage? Oh, yeah, Rich, I do. I miss it. I love competing. I competed for 24 years. I did 30, 35 shows, something like that. It was over 30 or more. I miss it, but my body's gone downhill. My midsection's gotten thicker. I know I wouldn't look the way I want to look. So I wouldn't want to be that guy who goes up there and people say, oh, I remember he used to be really good. He doesn't look like that now. I don't want to be that guy because I've seen that guy so many times. I don't want to be that guy, if that makes sense. Yeah. Where is Craig? Craig is in, was it Lovelock? Lovelock? And he's in prison in Nevada, Reno, Nevada, just outside of Nevada. Is it Lovelock or something? It's the name of the place. Same place OJ was at. In fact, I think they were actually the late OJ Simpson. I think they used to work out together in the prison gym. I remember hearing that. OJ, Ron says, I was there. I have all the gospel in the Craig Titus story. I mean, I knew him. Like I said, I didn't know him that we weren't buddies. We didn't hang out, but I knew Craig. I wrote his column early on in my early days at MD. In fact, the very first stuff I was doing for MD was all just columns. And it was actually, I was subcontracting for a guy named Josh who wrote under the name of The Sandwich. He was doing the columns and he was getting burnt out on. He asked me to help out. And one of them was Titus Talks. So I used to call up Craig and get his answers for the question. He's still in jail. Yeah, charged with serving after. Yeah, he's in for a while. He's serving 21 to 55 years. And he's been in for, I don't know if they gave him time served. I think he was convicted. The crime was end of 2005. I don't think he got convicted till like 2007 or 8. It was a long trial. It was a while. So he's still got some time. He was up for parole last year. They denied him. Shut up, Denison, when he got leukemia. He's not. I don't think anybody's all good or all bad. And, I said this to Brock when we were talking about him. He has a daughter. He had twins, twins, a boy and a girl, and the boy died very young. I don't know if it was like crib death or something. So I don't believe anybody's 100% good or 100% bad. Everyone's got a little bad or a little good in them. Yeah, Craig did some awful things, and I think he was a sociopath and a narcissist and all that. But I'm sure deep down there's some good inside. I think everyone's, even the worst people, I think deep down there's still a little grain of goodness in them. So, yeah. I never look like you. Well, I mean, there's a lot of people. I never look like a lot of other people either. So I never look like Ronnie Coleman. Yeah. So it's all relative. Yeah, I miss competing too, Melvin. It was good times. I had some great times, great memories. Met a lot of friends, people I stayed in touch with for the rest of my life. No regrets. I never turned pro. Got second place at a pro qualifier. It doesn't matter. I mean, if I turned pro, which that was my goal, I didn't get it, but I had an amazing time competing. I have nothing but good memories. Mark's Muscle, great. Thank you, man. Mark's Max Muscle has a fantastic channel, way more views and subscribers than me because he does a great job. I aspire to be like that, but thank you, man. This is my real hair. It was transplanted from the back of my head, the donor area, to the transplant area. And there you can see, I'm not cheating here. This is really me. It's my real hair. The top, not as good. Top didn't come in as good as the front, but it's better than it was. And I still have, they say you don't see the full result for 9 to 12 months. And I got this done very beginning of February. It's been a little over 7 months. So I'm hopeful it's going to be. Thanks, man. Yeah, no Botox or anything. You can see when I smile, you do see I got the wrinkles there. I could get some Botox in. Yeah, I got them there. But you can see I could Botox that out if I wanted to. Use some Botox shots. Good night and vote Trump. I am going to vote Trump. You don't have to. I'm not getting into politics here, guys, but yeah, I'm not voting for. As much as it would be cool to have a president with my last name, Harris. No, man, I can't do it. Or second place, I always placed second. I wrestled. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was a wrestler in high school, if that helps. Great. Tough sport, man. No, much respect. Yeah. So that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. I'll probably do a little recap of the results when that happens. I never seem to get the views on those anyway, but I'll do it. And tomorrow I'm going to go live. I was going to go live with like a Q&A today. I put it up on my social media and everything. And then I realized right after I left the gym that this was happening today. This Europa Pro was happening today, not tomorrow. So I'm going to do that Q&A thing tomorrow, the live show. Live. Oh, women's bodybuilding is just happening now. Yeah, they're not going to do the finals for men for a little while. I can see that at this point. All right, guys. So that is it. Appreciate it. Appreciate you all watching. Please, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Like the video, give it a like, share on your platforms, ring that notification bell so you know when I'm putting content out. Love having you guys on these live things. Please follow me on Instagram. There's Giles and me, but follow me on Instagram. And that is it. So we got one last comment. What weight class did you wrestle? Oh, geez. 132? I was a 132. I was a small dude. Take care. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks everybody who stopped by. Appreciate it so much. And that's it. Peace out, guys. Have a great day. Oh, I got to end stream. Click that. Peace.